Well, hello, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and you're watching Funny Old Guys. And there we go.
And we're off.
Dr. Fatbacker, say hello to our enormous audience.
Well, hello, everybody. So nice to have you with us today.
And Homeless Charlie, he's got a new mustache on, Dr. Fatbacker, and he put it on when he was drinking.
Oh, that must have been.
Say hello to our wonderful audience there, Homeless Charlie.
Well, hello to our wonderful audience.
Now, what we do, folks, is we tell jokes and you laugh, and it's a wonderful thing. But before you laugh and before the jokes, we have a point of conversation, which tonight is in church, guys.
Yeah.
The pastor asks you to stand in front of everybody and confess to the congregation about that time, once again, that you sinned.
Ooh.
Now, Dr. Fatpacker, what was your sin and what did you say?
Well, I must apologize. Everybody thought I was such a big spender. And when the basket comes by,
Yes.
I pull out this $20 bill and I wave it before I put it in the basket. And then when I go to the basket, I slip a 5 down and pocket the 20. I'm sorry.
It's a beautiful thing. Okay, Homer Charlie. In church, the pastor asks you to stand and confess to the congregation about that time, once again, that you sinned. What was your sin? And what did you say?
I've never been in your church before. And as a matter of fact, I haven't been to church in 15 years.
Wow.
But this place is very warm and you sure have beautiful windows.
That's it?
That's it.
Was ist los mit that? Yeah. Okay, here's what I would do. Is say the pastor.
What would you do?
What I would do, I'd be very honest. I'd say my sin was I had a mad, passionate love affair with the pastor's wife.
Oh, no.
And then the pastor shot me.
Yeah, pretty much had to do it.
Dr. Fatpacker, tell us the joke.
But I'm going to tell my long joke first so I can get it out of the way.
Okay.
When I heard of this story, I found out this man walks into the street and he gets a taxi. When he gets in and the taxi cab driver says, "Oh, perfect timing. You're just like Frank." When the passenger goes, "Who?" He goes, "Oh, Frank Feldman. I mean, there's a guy who did everything right. Well, like coming along when you needed a cab. It would just happen like that to Frank every single time." When the passenger says, "Well, but there are always a few clouds over everybody," and the cabbie goes, "Oh, no, not Frank. He was a terrific athlete. He could have won the Grand Slam at tennis. He could golf with the pros. He sang like an opera singer, danced like a Broadway star. Oh, and you should have heard him play the piano." And the passenger goes, "Well, that sounds like he was something really special. Well, how did you meet him?" And the cab driver goes, "Well, I never actually met Frank." When the passenger says, "Well, then how do you know so much about him?" And the cabbie goes, "I married his widow."
Oh, married his widow. Of course. Of course. Okay.
Frank was perfect. I am not.
Almost Charlie, tell us the joke.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Egyptian babies don't know that one day their daddy will become a mummy. Well, neither did the Kardashians.
Oh, there we go. I like that. That's good. How about you, Comedy Thief? Tell us a joke. I might as well get it in.
That wasn't me. Okay, so I saw Santa's sled last Christmas Eve, and it was it had crashed into this outhouse, and the owner was inside the outhouse taking a dump.
Oh,
And I heard Santa scream to Rudolph, "You idiot! I told you to go to the Schmidt house." Dr. Fatpacker.
well, I have some things. I have some things that I've been thinking about, and I wanted to put them out here so you guys can do it. Like,
Perfect.
if you get out of the shower clean, how does a towel get dirty?
That is a very good question. Wow.
How about if money is the root of all evil,
Yeah.
why do they keep asking for it in church?
That makes
Yeah, see? How about if Cinderella's shoe was a perfect fit, why did it fall off?
I'm stumped.
And finally, okay, if you're waiting for a waiter, doesn't that make you the waiter?
It does make you the waiter. Those
Yeah.
are brilliant statements. Oh my goodness. Almost Charlie, tell us a joke.
Moving right
Well,
along.
There was this old guy, and he goes on a job interview, and the manager says, "What is your greatest weakness?" And the old
Ooh.
man says, "My honesty." And the manager says, "I don't think honesty is a weakness." And the old man says, "I don't give a damn what you think."
Exactly. Okay, guys, you ready?
I am.
I'm going to do my very famous magic fingers routine. You ready?
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, no.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Oh, wow, he moved them all over.
Watch, I can go back. Da 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 da.
Yeah, see,
Did I do
that
that
was
right?
very good, but you ruined it all by taking your hands off a screen. So
Oh.
you got to keep your hands, because I knew you could just stitch them there, or you must have somebody behind you that was moving your fingers around. I think
That's
That was for all of our listeners.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, I like
Dr.
it.
Fatpacker, tell us a funnier joke.
Okay, well, this won't be too hard. A very rich lawyer is approached by the United Way, and the man from the United Way was said that the lawyer had made over $1 million last year, but he didn't donate even a cent to charity. When the lawyer says to him, "Well, first of all, my mother is sick and dying in the hospital, and it's not covered by health care. Secondly, I had 5 kids through 3 divorced marriages. Third, my sister's husband suddenly died, and she has no one to support her 4 children." When the United Way guy says, "Well, I'm terribly sorry. I feel bad about asking you for money." And the lawyer responds, "Yeah, well, if I'm not giving them any money, why should I give you any?"
Exactly. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, my.
It's
That,
Merry Christmas.
that dirty lawyer. Yeah, exactly. Homeless Charlie, tell us the joke.
Well, last night I got pretty hungry, and I got this pizza that said on the box, "Open box before eating pizza." It was then I realized that humans were not going to make it as a species.
You're exactly right. Well, gentlemen, comedy has always been a big part of my life.
How funny is that?
Well, it's very funny. Things like the joke telling, the pratfalls, the smiling, the laughing. But then, enough about my wedding night. Dr. Fatpacker.
Well, I mentioned this bar that I go in every once in a while. I was in there the other night, and this blind guy was sitting at the bar. When all of a sudden he shouts out, "Want to hear a blonde joke?" Well, the guy that's sitting next to him goes, "Before you tell that joke, you should know something. Just first, our bartender is blonde. The bouncer is blonde. I'm 6 foot tall and 200 pounds. The guy sitting next to me is 6'2" and weighs 225 pounds. And think about it. do you really want to tell that joke? And the blind guy goes, nah, not if I'm going to have to explain it 5 times.
Oh, exactly. Where's my, let me see if I come up with a, you like that one?
I thought that was pretty, yeah, that's pretty good.
Almost Charlie,
Try
tell
and
us
do
the
it with
joke.
your mouth.
Tell us the joke there, Almost Charlie.
Well, this is sort of sad. Last night I lost the pub quiz by 1 point.
Yeah.
Oh,
The last question was, where do women have the curliest hair? And apparently the correct answer was Fiji.
That's exactly right. Well,
who would have known?
Almost Charlie, you probably know this, that Dr. Fatpacker and I, we are cut from the same mold.
Is that
Whoa.
right?
Yes, except that I'm a little bit moldier than he is. Dr. Fatpacker, last one.
Oh, Val, then see this lawyer, he dies in a car accident, right? His 40th birthday, and he dies. He finds himself greeted at the pearly gates by a brass band.
Wow.
When St. Peter runs over and he shakes his hand and says, congratulations. When the lawyer says, congratulations for what? Says, they're celebrating the fact that you lived to be 160 years old. And the lawyer says, no, I only lived to be 40. When St. Peter goes, that's impossible. We've added up your timesheets.
We have enough your time. You're 160 there, buddy.
Yeah.
Almost Charlie, last one.
Well, 2 buddies were talking the other day, and one says, hey, so how's your sex life? The other guy says, nothing special. He says, I'm having a Social Security sex life.
Ooh.
The guy says, what? He says, yeah, I get a little each month, but not enough to live on.
A Social Security love life.
I like it.
Well, speaking of that, my old girlfriend always wanted to be a movie star, but
Oh, yeah?
well, she found out that she was allergic to silicone, so
Oh,
matter of fact, her boobs were so small that when
how small were they?
well, when they installed the bra, they had to do it, they had to go to a jeweler, right?
Oh,
So last time I saw her, she had been wearing one of these padded bras.
oh,
And anyway, there was so much rubber in it.
how much rubber was there?
There was so much rubber in it that she tripped, fell on the floor, and bounced right out the window. I haven't seen her since. That's what she did. So anyway, this is the Comedy Thief saying we're glad you guys are with us. And I almost forgot. We have what do we have? Oh, we're going to invite somebody.
Yeah. If you do this every week, what is your problem?
Well, what we do, folks, as you undoubtedly know, we invite a very famous celebrity to be on our very next video. And this week, we're inviting the very famous actor, Steve McQueen, to be on our next video.
Oh,
So,
wow, I
Steve
love
McQueen,
to
we
watch
want you
him.
to check in
He
with
used to be Josh Randall. Remember that? Josh Randall was who he played.
No,
Remember Josh Randall?
So, Steve
No.
McQueen, we want you to check in at Funny Old Guys.
Wanted, dead or alive.
What?
Wanted, dead or alive. He was Josh Randall in that TV show.
What are you telling me?
Never mind.
So, Steve McQueen, we want you to check in at Funny Old Guys at
Yeah, yeah.
gmail. What?
Well, oh, you're waiting for us to tell you he's dead.
He's dead.
I didn't know.
Yes, he has been.
I thought that was never coming. Good Lord.
Yeah, I know. He
Well,
never made it over the fence with the motorcycle.
Well, we can't invite Steve McQueen, and I
No.
don't know anybody whose last name is McQueen.
Oh, McQueen. Wasn't that one of the racing cars in that Disney movie?
Do you know anybody named Steve?
Oh, yeah, they have Steve Z here.
I know a grasshopper named Steve.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, we're not going to invite anybody this week. This is a Comedy Thief saying goodbye, everybody, and passing it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his farewell.
But I personally think it'd be fun to have the grasshopper on if we could get him. But anyways, Auf Wiedersehen, everybody. Before I go, I'd just like to remind you about those 3 major things. Ready? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
Very
Good job.
well. And homeless Charlie, say goodbye to our valued, fantastic fans. That's homeless Charlie. Are you there?
Goodbye
It's
to our
still-
valued, fantastic fans.
He is getting really good. Everybody wave goodbye. We'll see you down the road. We'll see you in our next video. Everybody wave goodbye.